0. To refuse this call, hang up or press 1. To prevent. This call is from a corrections facility and is subject to monitoring, recording, and the location of your phone will be obtained. For more information about our privacy policy, please visit www.connectnetwork.com. After the beep, press 5 to accept this call. This call is from a corrections facility and is subject to monitoring, recording, and the location of your phone will be obtained. Stay on the line to accept this call. Thank you for using GTL.
I don't consent to recording of my call. Any information I need to know?
I can't think of anything critical other than I'm still working on getting Pat's affidavit to mail to you. She said she's sending it to me. I guess this is one of the 30 minutes you get out of the hole. Is that true?
Yep.
And freaking incredible, man. It's insane, brother. I can't think of anything at this point. I think some trial dates are coming up for you and possibly other people, but I don't know the details.
Okay. I just had a little kangaroo court this morning where a sergeant came to the room and basically read off the complaint against me was totally false. And I said, okay, let me respond. He says, well, you can summarize. I said, well, the first point, no, don't. I said, well, I need to go over point by point where they're false. He said, no, I don't want to hear that. I said, okay, so I don't get to give the truth of the matter. You just want me to basically say one or two words, pretty much. I said, so this is a kangaroo court.
Incredible.
And I said, the bottom line is that she never gave me an order. I have 50% hearing in my left ear. And when I came back down, she said, why are you down? And I said, well, I've got to put mail in the mailbox. I'm working on my case. Why is there a problem? She said, well, I told you to go to your room and stay locked down for the day. And I said, oh, I didn't hear that. When did you say that? Well, I told you 3 times. I said, no, ma'am, you've never told me that, period. Well, when you're on the phone, I said, when I'm on the phone, I'm on the phone. When I walked away from the phone, I walked away from the phone. I didn't hear you. I've got 50% hearing. I explained it to her. She said, okay, well, you're on lockdown for the rest of the night. I said, for what? Can I ask why? She said, well, because you were arguing with another guy. I said, well, no, he was yelling at me and cussing because he wanted me to give him coffee, and I wasn't giving him coffee. And that was him. And then he started arguing with you, and I walked away. But I'll go to my room. That's fine. So I'm starting to go back to my room, and then the other officer said, hold on just a minute. And he started arguing that you have to follow orders. And I said, well, if you can't hear an order, it's kind of hard to follow it. And, I don't have a problem with, most people here, but if you're across the room yelling at me in this crowded place and I don't hear you, and if I'm not looking at you, I don't hear you. And
hey,
she said,
yeah.
She said, well, I'm going to have you on permanent lockdown because you're not following orders. I said, what are you talking about? Well, I told you to go to your room. I said, this officer just stopped me to talk to me. Am I supposed to just ignore him and walk away? So it's just a kangaroo. I'm locked down for 8 days.
Yeah, I'm not telling you anything new, but you're in a temple of satanic devils.
You have 60 seconds.
Satanic devils who get their rocks off ordering you around and being mean to you, and not only they forced a TB shot on you. They punched you in the face while you were strapped down to a chair. I've heard much worse stories. These evil devils, they're going to target you because you're different, right? You got a soul, and you're going to be targeted, Mike. And our prayers are with you, but stand strong in the strength of the Lord.
Oh, and the second CO that was part of this little conspiracy to have me locked down, we have to give them our cups to get juice or tea or coffee or whatever poured into them. Well, there's no juice. Let me rephrase this. This chemical that they give, they call juice. Anyway, it was in the afternoon. I gave them the cup for tea, and when I got it back, there's a big spit water right in the middle of the tea. Incredible. Of course, I poured it out and washed out the cup, but and of course they took my cups and they gave me cups that had holes in them so they would leak, and they got a kick out of that, I'm sure. You heard about the lady down in Aliceville that was released?
Thank you for using GTL.
For people that think Mike Parsons is exaggerating and how bad they're treating him, you got to watch a documentary called Stanford Prison Experiment, where they pick out an individual who the guards absolutely detest and despise, and it would be easy to think that they would pick out Mike because he has a independent spirit, and they're going to try to make him subservient. They're going to try to break his will. That's how these devils are. They get their jollies from having dominion over other men because they've never amounted to anything their whole life. So they've been given a job as a guard, and they want to exercise their dominance over other people, and they think that they have, the authority and, the carte blanche orders to do whatever they want to do, but God sees everything that's done. God sees their wicked heart, and justice will come down like a mighty river on every single one of them.
For just a minute, I've been moved to Omaha.
An inmate at the Douglas County Jail. To accept this call, press 0. To refuse this call, hang up or press 1. To prevent calls from this facility, press 9. This call is from a corrections facility and is subject to monitoring, recording, and the location of your phone will be obtained. For more information about our privacy policy, please visit www.connectnetwork.com. After the beep, press 5 to accept this call. This call is from a corrections facility and is subject to monitoring, recording, and the location of your phone will be obtained. Stay on the line to accept this call. Thank you for using GTL.
I don't consent to recording of my call. If someone has the ability, there's supposed to be a lawyer named Mary, and I'll spell the last name, Gryva. I've got a number 402-346-84. It's either 70 or 76. I've never been able to reach her, but one of the guys here said that that's his lawyer, and that she's very aggressive and goes after him and is not afraid to go after corrupt judges and prosecutors. If I could get her correct number, that might be an avenue, because what I've got now is a sandbag. Also, there's a U.S. Concealed Carry Association, USCCA.com, I believe. They're talking about them on the radio overnight. They supposedly have lawyers all over the country, and if someone can check with them to see if they've got a lawyer in Nebraska, Omaha, or Lincoln area that might be able to help, they might have some insight into how to fight these bogus charges. Other than that, Trump had commuted a sentence of a lady that was in Aliceville, Alabama, the same prison Mrs. Parsons is in. So I don't know if Mrs. Parsons had met her, but given the fact that's a very small facility, I would say they probably had met.
Well, there was a lady that died there not too long ago, and I think she had met the lady that had died.
Yeah, I remember you mentioning to me that there was a lady there that died of lack of medical care.
Right. Let me also quickly say, Mike, that what you're going through right now as far as being targeted by these devilish guards, that's been documented in a documentary called The Stanford Prison Experiment by Dr. Zimbardo. Everything you're talking about, there's a known, it's like known behavior of the human beings when they're given authority and no accountability, and what they're doing to you. If you ever get a chance to watch that movie, and I know you can't right now, but Stanford Prison Experiment, they've targeted you because they see an independent soul, and they've got a desire to crush it. They've got to break your will, so they're doing everything they can to go against you.
They want slaves. They want everybody to be a slave. They want people to kneel before Satan and worship Satan and tithe Satan, kneel before Caesar, tithe Caesar. It's Luciferianism 101. Independence, self-sufficiency, self-governance. That's what they hate. The truth is their enemy. God bless you.
All right. God bless you, Mike. You're in our prayers.
Bye-bye.
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 Thank you for using